Okay, welcome to MudBots. Got a lot to show you, a lot of information. If you're just starting down this rabbit hole, hear from people all the time. They stayed up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning trying to absorb so much, and there is lots to absorb. So the very first step with MudBots, if you're wanting to start to get a hold of us, is to consciously write down a list of the questions that you have. You'll see that we have more content than everybody else in the world combined on our website, and that's only 10% of what we actually have to share. We are careful who we share our information with, and we vet people very thoroughly so that we know who we're talking to. The thing you should be most excited about is if you're on our registration page or our website anywhere, there's actually a phone number. You can call us and talk to us, which seems to be an important part of running a business, but apparently not. So let's, with that being said, let's get started. We'll take you through step by step what you need to do, and if you're missing some information that's needed, to work around, and let's get started. Okay, here we are, MudBots homepage, and right here, okay, this is where you'll register. Go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so the first thing worth noting when you get here is our videos. There is over 7 hours of information in our videos. It's essential information to help build a foundation so that you can understand concrete printing. When I say 7 hours, that's a lot. It's literally 10 times more than any one company, and combined more information than every company in the world. So this is your very first place to start before picking up the phone. We realize you're excited and you have a whole bunch of questions, but we can't possibly spend 7 hours explaining what has already been freely shared with the whole entire world. So take a look at our gallery, okay, and watch these videos. Most of them are specific, some of them are long. There will be a little bit of redundancy because different videos require us to step back and talk about other things we've already talked about. But this is essential. Otherwise, when you get on the phone with us, all we're going to be talking about are the same exact 15 or 20 questions that we get asked every single day. And there's no shortcut to getting the information you need. And you'll discover that you might have 15 or 20 questions you want to ask right now, but if we answered those, you're going to have 20 more. And we've answered those already in here too. And then after answering those, you're going to have more. So as excited as you might be, get through these videos. Watch these videos. We spend all the time in the world with people that to answer their questions. It's a little frustrating and challenging sometimes when the questions they're asking, and we'll know immediately whether or not you've watched the videos or not. So it's hard, and bear in mind also that we're not just answering questions for America and Canada or whatever else. It's the entire world, because for the most part we're the only ones that actually have a phone number and actually reply to emails. So if you're talking to us, it's probably because you've tried to talk to some of the others and you can't get a hold of them. So we're trying to do our part to bring you up to speed. Very, very helpful if you'll start off those videos. Anyway, we digressed. We're going to go back here. This is where you register. You'll only see about 10% of the information that we share on this website. And we don't go any further than that until people register, so that we know who they are, why they're calling us. And again, there's interest worldwide from governments, universities, architects, engineers, contractors. At 5 o'clock when everybody goes home in America, we're still doing this all night long, because that's when the rest of the world wakes up. And believe it or not, they can't get a hold of anybody either. And so it ends up, they call us. So the very first step, register right there. We're going to registration. I mean, we get a lot of people, they have great ideas. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make a fortune with this. It's you know, a third the time, a third the cost, and designs everywhere. You have others that are like, we're gonna save the world now, and I like those people, okay? We're gonna make a humanitarian difference worldwide. This is a Tesla moment. This is a Tesla type of company. We're doing stuff that is truly going to make a huge difference. Construction has no idea what is coming. However, as we're vetting people, those who are with a company somewhat related, they have a construction background or whatever else, that's most helpful. For the people that are like, oh, I'm gonna go get a grant, I'm gonna get a loan, I'm gonna find some partners, I'm gonna start a construction company. Folks, we can teach you concrete printing and guarantee our printer will print everything. It'll do everything we say it will do. But we don't teach construction management. We don't teach real estate, structural engineering, all the things that are necessary to buy a printer from us. You can buy a printer from us, but you can't go out there and use it unless you have that experience within that field. So a lot of people, even though they're associated with a company, they don't want to use it because they don't want junk mail. Trust me, we're only going to send you the stuff that you're requesting from us. We don't share our list. We're not going to bombard you with a bunch of stuff. Number one. Number two, in the email address, which we'll get to in a second, it's looking at, it doesn't like Gmails, Hotmails, especially Yandex and some of these international things that are so easy to get, because we got the whole world trying to figure out, hey, can we build this ourselves? Or sounds like a great deal. We want to build one too over here in India or China or someplace like that. But if you do have a company and you want quicker service, list your company, okay? It makes a difference to us. Contractor license. What type of contractor license do you have, or do you work for? What kind of construction company? Okay, if you're a cabinet contractor, not real helpful. Carpet doesn't do us a lot of good. General contractors, we like that better. Developers that are building 100, 200 homes a year, even better. So let's get your company name in there if you have a company. So if you don't have a company, there's a little box right here. Okay, no license, click on that. Right here, company website. If you don't have a company, and you'll see when you mouse over these, okay, there's additional instructions on almost all of these that'll give you some ideas. Okay, pay attention to those notes, they'll help you flow through this a lot easier. But if you don't have a company, put mudbots.com, put our company, okay? And then company position. Okay, so on your company phone number, it's set up obviously for USA, but you can put your international phone here. You can put the +1 in your phone number, or for America, we would be 001 and then the phone number. So even though it looks like it's formatted only for America, don't worry about it. Put your full international number there. Please take the time on your extension. It's just irritating to have to listen to a menu of people and trying to get the name spelt in there and everything else. Help us help you. So if you have a company extension, put it there. Going back to country and state, those are essential. It will not let you enter your mobile phone number in until country and state have been completed. So now we're back to mobile phone. Okay, click on that and you can go down. It defaults for USA, but pick your country, and you have to do that before you can enter your phone. On email, I've already mentioned it a little bit. An actual email at mudbots.com or amazon.com, or a company, a legitimate company, is preferred. Not, we don't have emails that say mudbots@gmail.com. We have a website, and so if your company has a website, that's what is going to be preferred. When we see Yandex, Hotmail, Netflix, some of these types of email addresses, a little more of a concern to us, raises a little more of a red flag, but we can get through it. You're not going to be kicked out by any means because of it. It just will require a little more vetting on our part. Password. Please don't use the same password as your Ameritrade account or your bank account or your dating website or anything like that. Pick a unique password, write it down someplace, best practice. I mean, people that are filling out these forms all the time, have no idea who the IT guy is behind it that are building these and what they're doing with that information. Always use different emails. At industry type, never see any challenges with people that are trying to do or fill out this part of the thing. And yeah, we'd like to have some notes from you. Who you are, what your interest is. Tell us, it just gives us a little bit of background on who you are before we actually get on the phone with you. So once you register, you're going to get 4 automatic emails. The first one you're going to get is going to express the importance of talking to your IT people or whatever else. A lot of the stuff that we're going to be sending to you when you register, they have live links, Excel documents, Word documents, PDFs, images. So make sure that you have an email that will allow us to be able to send you what we're sending. Set us up as a safe sender. If you have to go through your IT manager for your email server, then do that. It just saves a ton of time. I didn't get any emails, okay? So we're sending you some information to give to your IT people. Be one of the first emails you get from us. And then you're gonna get 4 or 5 right after that. Please read it. My heavens, please read the information we're sending. We get so many calls from people that want to ask a million questions, and we've already shared that information. So please, please, please pay attention to the stuff we've read you already. Write your questions down so when we get on the phone and after you've got through our videos, we'll be able to talk about important stuff instead of, the elementary beginning stuff. Okay, so now that you're registered, our system keeps track of every email we send you, when we sent you, what email address it went to. If you need to change your password or something like that, you have the ability to do that. But our system, as a vetting precautionary step, we want to know there's a phone number or somebody associated to this registration. And so the phone number you gave us is going to receive a registration access number. You'll need that number to make the next step. There, copy that. We recommend copy and paste. Seen some challenges there sometimes. And that completes the registration process. At that point, you'll be able to access our website, and at that point, you will start getting all the different emails that we're gonna send out. And the first one's really gonna explain MudBots and a little bit more about the company that's not online. Okay, so the next email you're gonna get is printer pricing. Everybody wants to see what printer pricing is. You'll see that we don't just sell 1 or 2 little printers. We sell printers from 10 by 10 up to 100 by 100. You want 150 by 100? Let's talk. So can't wait to talk to you. But anyway, we sell the right printer for the right job. We sell 2 styles of printers, but that information will be explained in that email with printer pricing. In addition to the printer pricing, there's a whole 12 pages of accessories. You want auto leveling, you want night lighting, you want mist system for printing in real hot climates and so forth. One of the nice features about our printers is you can put wheels on them. You get done printing, in 15 minutes you can move it 50 feet and take the wheels back off and print again. But if you want to drive it like a tractor with a stylus or whatever else, you can do that as well. So that's an option. There's a whole list of options that aren't applicable to everyone, and so it's not included in the printer price. But the printer price we send you is for a complete printer, pump, mixers, everything, software upgrades for a year, support, everything is included in those printer prices. One of the second or third email you're gonna get are the deal breakers. You may be brand new to this, maybe even trying to get a hold of people and realize there's nobody to talk to, and that's why you're talking to us. But the deal breakers is important. Read through it, okay? Everyone else in the world other than us wants to sell you a printer, and then they want to sell you the ink. They want you to order the ink from them, have it shipped from, Texas, New York, Denmark, Russia, China. To most people, that's like, there's just no way. Okay, with our printer, you can print from 1/4 to 1/2 cent a cubic inch of material coming out of the nozzle. So, if you can imagine the cost, number one, if they're saying, nope, you can only use our mix. If you use anybody else's mix, you voided your warranty. that's a deal breaker to most people because they don't want to pay 10 times the cost when 90% of what you need, 80%, it's at Home Depot. I mean, it's at your local hardware store. You'll have to go to a specialty supply to start getting some of the other additives that are necessary. But 90% of it, 80% of it, it's at your local hardware store. So we knew for ourselves when we were designing a printer, nobody's gonna want to be extorted. Nobody likes to buy an Epson printer and then pay, you know, they paid 80 bucks for the printer, now they pay $100 to put ink in it every other month. So we knew that was dead on arrival. So, and there's a lot of other really important things in those deal breakers. So pay attention to that, read through it, because you're starting to decide and work your way down, you know, what are other people's offerings? We know you're not gonna buy from us until you've kicked the tires every place else. We're just trying to give you information to understand what kind of questions you should be asking. So that's the next email you'll get from us, is a market comparison. There's 100 questions. We know the first 20 questions you're gonna ask us when you call us. Hopefully you're not asking us those questions and you watch the videos. But we know what the first 20 are, and we know what the second 20, and on and on and on. But you have to be quite a ways down the road to get to the point where you can ask intelligent questions of everyone saying, hey, we sell too, buy from us, look at, we printed, you know, something this tall. So we have provided that for you. It's an Excel document so that you can go in and ask other competitors questions about this document and fill it in. There's 100 questions and they're important. And I think as you go through them, you'll realize, oh yeah, that's an important question. Oh, I didn't even think to ask that. If you're lucky enough to get these people on the phone even one time, you're gonna wanna have those questions in front of you so you can do a apples to apples comparison. I mean, you know what to ask these people. Most of them will say now, you know what, send us your list and we'll fill it out and that'll be the end of that. I mean, you're probably not gonna get it answered. And then we get to the fun document. Okay, now we're starting to get legal. We will share all of that, no problem. To go further, to start getting into specifics, we do have to have an NDA in place. And I can tell you about the NDA that if you have any grand illusions or aspirations to ever build a concrete printer of your own, share this information with anybody that wants to build one. Share it with your cousin in India. Anything like this, it will specifically be precluded. It doesn't stop you from buying a printer from me or Icon or anybody else out there, okay? Buy all the printers you want. You don't have to buy from us because you signed this document. It just says that you cannot build a printer and get into that side of this business. So if you're calling us because you're at the beginning stages of trying to figure out how to print concrete and you're hoping you're going to get information about formulas and mixes, it's not going to happen. So, and likewise, if you want to buy a printer from us because you want to develop different mixes and make them available retail out there, okay, I'm sorry, we don't want to help you do that. So we have developed the mixes. They are proprietary, but we share with you the mix formulas, the chemistry behind them and what they do. It's part of the 3-week training that we offer. Once we get past the NDA, get that filled out, and we've been able to verify the information that we have, then it's time to really start getting into the nuts and bolts of things, get you to come out here, a live visitation, and a demonstration. That email is called Seeing is Believing, and it explains what we need you to do before coming, and other information we need you to get and show us. So that's the Seeing is Believing. If you think you want to come out here, request that, and we have a whole video just on that you should really watch before trying to start down that path. And then finally, if you're interested in a franchise or an international license, request that. Call our office or send us an email and say, hey, I'd like more information. We won't send those documents or agreements out to you until the NDA is in place. And back to NDA for a moment. If you're international, obviously an international, somebody international that's wanting information from us, a NDA with American jurisdiction that was signed with a company in America, we're not stupid, okay? We know that doesn't protect us when it goes back to Ethiopia or someplace else. So if you're just looking to, and we have a challenge just selling a printer to a country because actually none of our contracts matter. And we're basically just saying, hey, here's 3 years of development, several $1 million in 3 years of development, no problem. So until we have a master dealer or a licensed person in that country, we have a lot of heartburn with selling to you. But every agreement we have is a living agreement. They changed it depending on the laws and the country that you're in and so forth, and it's a discussion we have. We sit down, there's an answer to everything, and we'll figure all that stuff out. But most people start off by getting interested in getting a printer because they can crush their competition, and that's without a doubt. You will crush your competition in a myriad of different ways. So anyway, what's going to happen is you're going to buy a printer, you're going to go back home, you're going to start printing stuff, it's going to end up on the news. There's no way you can keep it a secret. In the beginning we'd say, hey, are you interested by any means in the franchise, our master dealer program, where you get the exclusive distribution rights in your state for every single machine sold. And you're making between 30 and 60% of the retail price of every single printer that is being sold. And you start doing the math, that's phenomenal. But then we still have people, no, I don't want anybody to know about it. I don't want to sell your printers. I just want to buy one. But when you start looking at the math and realizing the revenue capability, and this is a product that nobody's going to stop. It's coming like crazy. And so as other people hear about it, the only difference 6 months later after you start printing your first whatever you're printing, the only difference is I'm going to get 100% of it instead of you getting 30 to 60% of it. So it's worth thinking about, and most people do. There's only, most states we only have one master dealer in the state. Some of the bigger states or other, we end up with 2 or 3 master dealers in the state. Really depends on the demographics and geography of the state. So if you're interested in that, same thing, let us know. We'll send it to you. You'll see it in black and white, and you can see all the details. And very, very happy to talk to you about that in your for your area. So that's basically it. That's what we're about and doing. Right now we're in a very unique position, having sold more printers than everyone out there combined, and having been first to market and taking them to World of Concrete and speaking all over the country about concrete printing at universities and different places. We are looking for people that are like-minded, that are excited, that can connect some of the dots, but primarily we're looking for people that help develop where this company grows, where it goes, and we are growing based on the comments of our customers now. Hey, can we do this? Or it'd be great if we did that. And that's exciting. For us, that's very, very exciting. So anyway, I'm so glad to meet you. You can tell on some of the videos I might have had a bad day or whatever else when I got up there, but I'm actually a nice guy. So get through our stuff, give us a call once you have. Spend all the time in the world with you. All my customers, they have my cell number. They call me anytime they need to. It's a family. So, and we have a few irritating ones, just like in my family. So come be part of our family. Don't be one of the irritating ones, and can't wait to meet you.